Collective bargaining refers to the process of negotiating employment terms between an employer and a group of employees on a collective basis. Collective bargaining is typically conducted with the assistance of a labor union on behalf of employees. In the process of collective bargaining, issues such as working conditions, salaries and remuneration, working hours and benefits can be discussed and bargained. Apart from that, collective bargaining is a fundamental right that all employees are entitled to exercise. In other words, all employees have the right to communicate their complaints or issues to their employers and to have those issues resolved through negotiation. Collective bargaining also contributes to the reduction of inequities in the work.
Point is, distributive bargaining is defined as a negotiation process by which one party benefits at the other's expense. This usually refers to the redistribution of income in the form of higher wage, bonuses and or financial benefits. A trade union that has 100% of the employee workforce has significant powers. Next is, both parties may bring together a list of demands by which an agreement is reached that benefit both parties. Interrogative bargaining involves both parties considering the other's point of view, needs, wants, fears, and concerns. For example, the unions may be willing to give yearly bonuses in order to have higher annual salary, or alternatively, the union would accept a pay freeze in exchange for better working conditions. Third is, productivity bargaining is where both parties look to agree to change that would boost productivity in return for higher wage or other benefits. Union may suggest new ways of organizing the workforce that may increase productivity and therefore create value to the firm. In turn, employers would look to increase employees' wages as a result. The aim of collective bargaining is to ensure a mutually beneficial long-term relationship between the employer and employees. It covers factors such as working conditions, policies, recruitment, disciplinary processes. Businesses want to retain talent, particularly if they spend time and money training them out. Lastly, is based on unions giving back previous benefits to the employer. For instance, trade union may agree to lower wages in return for job security. This may come during an economic decline, whereby job security is more important to the unions than higher wages. Overall, this may actually benefit the company as they won't have to pay for so many redundancy and can keep workers on. Importance of bargaining is, the first one, bargaining can help improve teaching and learning in your school. Teachers operate in situations that our college students get to know situation. So, by addressing faculty and lecture room troubles, anyone gains. In negotiation, educators and their employers collaborate on student-focused troubles. Nearby institutions generally work with forward-searching district to installation system together with joint labor control committee. Secondly, the bargaining support the fight for social justice. The NEA associates are the use of negotiation to goodbye for the common appropriate to prepare nearby stakeholders around a hard and fast of trouble that advantage now no longer simply individuals in a building, however the wider network as a whole. There is the everyday reason of assisting college students learn, however there's additionally a better reason to assist and enhance college student lives. Third one is, bargaining can help attract and retain the highest quality employees. Teachers are historically underpaid in contrast to similar professionals. By becoming a member of collectively as an association, educators have great electricity in numbers. Negotiating as a set facilitates leverage in starter power, now no longer just in face of repayment and benefits. Other than that, bargaining gives education professionals a giant voice. Negotiation makes certain that trainee personnel have a reputable voice in the administrative center and a concern in each figuring out and fixing faculty and lecture room trouble. Frontline educators are given a significant say in such trouble because of ability of needed asset, culture of a hazard, college student and peer help. Then, bargaining ensure fair, objective employment producer. Negotiate agreement guarantee that personnel are dealt with pretty due to the fact each event have mentioned and agree upon guidelines and strategy. Contract may additionally set forth technician ideas for instructor opinion which can be comprehensive, technician fair and result in advanced instructors exercise and student get to know. Next is, bargaining give new educators more support. Negotiated mentoring and training application is mainly beneficial for new educators. Association can negotiate and collaborate on figuring out the jobs and obligations for mentors and coach. The association also can make certain that the mentoring or training application aligns with current instructor assessment techniques. The first
one sign of the failure in collective bargaining is bad faith in collective bargaining. Companies who refuse to take part in good faith in collective bargaining are likewise committing the fault of collective bargaining failure by refusing to take part. If a union prevents an agreement from being reached, or if there are economic exigencies requiring rapid action, employees are expected to consult with the union before making changes to a negotiating union salary, working hours, or working conditions respectively. When bargaining in bad faith, false negotiation strategies are utilized to accomplish a positive outcome. Guzman, Barak Koren, and Yanif discovered that the negotiating conduct of the fraudulent negotiators differed significantly from that of the real negotiators in a number of ways when they examined the negotiators' interactions.
Second factor is unfair labor practice. During the recognition process, union leaders debate anti-union discrimination. They express their dissatisfaction with the fact that on occasion, due to management meddling and intimidation, no worker participate in the secret ballot. To guarantee that employers respect worker right to vote, union leader purpose adding a new clause to the statute declaring that if no workers participate, the secret ballot will be ruled void and rescheduled for a date not later than 30 days. Malaysia continues to establish itself as one of Southeast Asia's top economies, with relatively consistent and robust economic growth in comparison to other nations in the area. In order to meet the enormous demand for employment that has resulted from Malaysia's fast economic growth, migrant laborers from Indonesia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Bangladesh, Nepal, and India have been brought in to fill the gap left by the country's own labor supply. There are around 2.2 million migrant laborers in Malaysia according to data provided by the country's Human Resource Ministry. Migrant workers are employed in a variety of industries. A number of unfair labor practices are listed in the Industrial Relations Act of 1967 in Section 5 and 7, including intimidation, dismissal dismissal for joining a union or becoming an office bearer, as well as discrimination against a union member in terms of job placement, advanced opportunities, working conditions, and so on. Conclusion is there are two factors that lead the failure of a collective bargaining. In general, good faith negotiation refers to the obligation of the parties to meet and negotiate at reasonable time and with the intention of reaching an agreement on matters that fall within the area of representation. As a result of the bad faith collective bargaining action, representatives will be sent to the bargaining table who are unable to speak authoritatively. They are only purpose to bind for their respective parties in the bad faith. To guarantee that employers respect worker right to vote, union leaders propose adding a new clause to the statute declaring that if no worker participate, the secret ballot will be